Alright folks, I got a request on my last video to make the same video for the defense, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You know, it's Sunday afternoon, why not just crank out some more content while I can. So, yesterday my video was just talking about how I was looking at the offense this year, and the offense is really the more interesting side of the ball for me right now because that's the side of the ball that needs to be good enough to allow Russell Wilson to be Russell Wilson. And this year, hopefully, we can find out how good he really is. Because if there are players on this offense who are dogging it and not letting Wilson be Wilson, we're not going to learn. We're not going to find out if he's, Aaron Rodgers, if he's Drew Brees, or if he's Tony Romo or Jeff Garcia, or, how good is he really? Is he one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? Is he great? Is he just good? Is he, worthy of the biggest contract in NFL history? Is he just another, is he just, a Stafford? That's what I really care about. And I know that the offense is going to have to carry this team for a lot of this season, but I decided to do it for the defense as well. I got a request for it. Honestly, I kind of feel like I know what the defense is. I don't have as many questions about them. I think that we have enough good players to put together a good starting 11, and then past that, it gets really, really dicey. But I did go ahead and make the chart. It was requested. So, okay, how am I going to share the screen here? Okay. All right. All right, so I went ahead and wrote this up just now. Again, 4 categories. Yes, okay, maybe, okay, maybe. Again, I think they kind of speak for themselves. We have 4 players on defense on this team who make you go, yeah, I like that guy. That guy is great. That guy does his job really well most of the time. I can't ask for that much more from that guy. We got Frank Clark, great defensive end. He's borderline Pro Bowler, great pass rusher. Bobby Wagner, one of the best defensive players in the league, of course. KJ Wright, still really good at outside linebacker. He has made a Pro Bowl. Some people have theorized that he's falling off a little bit, and it's believable, but at the same time, when we lost him last year, when KJ Wright got hurt last year for a game or two, our run defense, our tight end defense went to absolute shit, so I'm not really buying it yet. And Justin Coleman, isn't that weird? We traded for him, I think a 7th round pick or something ultimately, and he was one of the best slot cornerbacks in the league last year in coverage. He had 2 pick sixes. He's good on the blitz. He's a good tackler. Justin Coleman has somehow become the 4th best defensive player on this team. And that's a reflection of how the defense has fallen off. It's also a reflection of how surprisingly good Justin Coleman has been. So I gave him the nod. Okay, next category is the maybes. These are the guys over here. These are the guys who could easily become yeses this year. Jarron Reed has been good as a rookie, great as a second-year player, but it's time to take the next step up. Is he going to be a great defensive tackle for us? Is he going to rush the passer? Is he going to stuff the run? How good is he? He's close because I like him a lot, but he needs to take one more step up, I think. Shaquille Griffin, it seems like he just does the right thing over and over and over. And last year he was good for a rookie. As far as rookies go, you would certainly be happy with what he gave you, but another step up. You got to keep going. And I liked what I saw so far in the preseason. I like what I hear from camp, but we got to see it in some games, and he could easily be bumped up to the next part of this list. Last guy here, Earl Thomas. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, right? When he shows up and shows that he's in game shape, he's a yes. But we don't know if he's going to show up anymore. I mean, I haven't heard anything about Earl Thomas for weeks now, so is he even really on this team? I don't know anymore. And frankly, until I see him show up and show that he's in game shape, I'm not going to be, putting him up with the yeses right now because if you're a Seahawks fan, he's starting to get on your nerves a little bit maybe. And then you have this category over here, which is the okay players. These are guys who we know what they are, and what they are as of right now is just okay. Nazir Jones, defensive tackle, had a fun rookie year. He played pretty well, Nazir Jones, but even if he improves this year, he's not a great player yet. He can get there maybe, give him a couple years, but For this year, I just want him to be a competent starter, and I will be happy with that. And to expect anything more than that is it's not right for him. Bradley McDougald also makes okay. I mean, is anybody really pumped to have Bradley McDougald take over for Cam Chancellor? I mean, he's all right, but he doesn't make a lot of big plays. He doesn't do anything extraordinarily well. He's just a starting caliber strong safety who honestly probably looked a lot better than he did because he gets to play with Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman, and well, now he doesn't get to do that. So we'll see. I'm not falling all over myself with excitement for Bradley McDougald, but he's fine. And then we have a whole bunch of we need somebody here. We need a few players here to do the do in 2018 because I mean, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 players. We got to start 11. We got to play 15 probably. So we are leaning on a lot of guys who we have no idea what we're going to get. And if you think you know, you're lying to yourself. Dion Jordan, call me when he can get healthy, right? I mean, Dion Jordan, we know he's super talented. He's done good things here in Seattle, but call me when he actually gets healthy and is able to play football for stretches of times, like a few months. Call me when he strings together a few months because he's got the talent. Poona Ford played really, really well in the preseason. Let's see it in the regular season, and maybe we'll have ourselves a rotational defensive lineman. Barkvarius Mingo, I mean, he's not going to play that much, even if he does play. He's obviously a first-round bust. I think he was in Indy last year. I think he's been on the Browns or something like that. So to suddenly expect he suddenly becomes some great player here is obviously completely unfair. Preseason, he's done some good stuff. He's done some bad stuff. Maybe he'll be okay in the role we need him to be. Byron Maxwell, I mean, the margins are really thin for Maxwell. If he loses even a tiny bit of speed, he's going to get burnt like 5 times a game. He's already slow. He already gets burnt a couple times a game. He loses anything. He's not an NFL caliber player. But, he does his job the best that he can. I can give him some credit for that. But it's a game-by-game basis with me for Byron Maxwell. I need to see him go out there and perform every game. And even if he does that, I'm still going to be like, oh, next week, it could be the week. Eric Walden, picked up from the Colts, defensive end. He played pretty well against the Vikings, but I'm not going to pretend like these guys who are cast-offs from other defenses that suck, by the way. The Colts defense kind of sucks, are suddenly going to come here and be great. So hopefully he'll be a rotational defensive end. Tedrick Thompson, I mean, this sucks, guys. Tedrick Thompson's going to start until Earl gets back. And, I mean, who knows what Tedrick is? I've heard some good things. I haven't seen that much from him. He's hopefully somebody who can be competent back there because he's probably going to have to play some this year, one way or the other. Brandon Jackson, defensive end. I think he made one good play against the Colts last year, and other than that, just a guy. We hope he can play some snaps this year, but he's just a guy. Quentin Jefferson. I'm high on Quentin Jefferson, but he's got to prove it. He's got to actually go out there on an NFL field in a meaningful game and do it. And then I'll believe. Trey Flowers, rookie, fifth year rookie cornerback. If you're expecting much from him this year, you're out of your mind. There aren't that many Richard Shermans out there who come out in their rookie year and play great. But because of the depth situation at cornerback, he might have to play. Hopefully he's competent. And then Akeem King, kind of the same thing, right? Like, he's hopefully going to be okay. But to expect that much from him, forget it. So that's how I'm looking at the defense this year. We got a little more confidence in some of these players on defense than we do on offense, probably. I mean, you can easily see how we can put together a competent starting 11 with a couple good backups. The problem is, and this is why I don't think the defense is going to be very good this year, when you're talking about a defense, one guy isn't doing their job, and the whole defense is just like, we can't survive that. How are we going to cover up that guy just sucking? How are we going to cover up a defensive end that can't get to the quarterback? How are we going to cover up a linebacker who's too slow? How are we going to cover up a cornerback who can't cover? Other offenses just pick on that shit. So I like some of these players a lot, obviously, more than the offense probably, but certainly nothing to get super excited about. So that's how I'm looking at things. make a video before the Oakland game on Thursday. See you guys then. Go Hawks. That's what I say about this defense right now.